Hi everyone. So this video will be an introduction to basically the idea that I'm gonna approach in a series of videos about the subconscious mind. So basically what happens is a lot of people are riddled with mental illness, addiction, problems that they face constantly, like in relationships and with people, on work or on their daily lives. There are things that they do constantly, and despite their best attempts to fix them or stop them, they just can't seem to figure out what to do to stop those things from happening. Like, it doesn't matter what changes you put into your life, these things keep happening as if you're not really ever touching the actual problem. So a lot of times what's going on in those cases is that you have a lot of things beneath the surface of your mind, on your subconscious, that 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 are moving your actions towards this direction, and you don't know why they're pulling you in that direction. So sometimes you end up acting on automatic, and you end up doing these things again. It's like they're at the base of your behavior and personality. So those things, they're most likely traumas and bad experiences that you have stored on your subconscious. And from there, from this hidden place, they're running your actions. Because even though they're not in your conscious mind, even though you're most of the time never aware of them or whatever they're calling, they still influence your behavior and the way you think. So even when you think that um, they are not impacting you anymore, they are if you haven't dealt with them properly. They'll still be on your subconscious mind, impacting your day-to-day life, even though you never once stop to think about anything that may be there. Or if you don't dwell on your traumas or your bad experiences or the things that you haven't learned yet, even if you never think about those things, they can still impact your life from the subconscious if they haven't been dealt with. So what needs to happen is you need to take a look at whatever's in your subconscious so that you can determine whether your current situation comes from something that you're doing right now consciously, or something that you can easily access with your mind, something that's like, oh, from the list of things that could have caused this, I can think of this and this. Like, this list is what's on your most immediate mind. You need to know if your problem comes from that or from the things that are in the subconscious. Because if it isn't from the immediate part of your brain and your memories, uh, messing with any of those things won't fix anything. And you're gonna keep yourself in this eternal loop where you think that you're fixing things and you aren't. And you might even give up fixing anything because nothing you do fixes anything. This might be because the actual problem is hidden from you and you need to look at the subconscious. Truly, the subconscious isn't like some monster that people seem to think about it sometimes, or it isn't also completely inaccessible. It is accessible, but you need to be willing to do some work to take the things out of the shadows that are there. You need to do your work. So if you deal with the problems that I said, and or mental illness that's chronicle, that's like very long lasting, and you're in the point where you literally don't know why you still have it, I think it's worth taking a look at your subconscious and how the things that may be impacting you. Truly, the subconscious is just like the storage of your mind. It's where your mind keeps everything else, everything that it has recorded in your memory, and emotional memory and rational memory is there. Everything else, everything that you have saved is there. It's like your hard drive of your brain is your subconscious. Everything is there. Everything that you forget goes there. Sometimes never come back. So what happens? And what happens is sometimes some things that happen in our lives are too overwhelming. They are too traumatic. They're too traumatic. They cause too much rupture on ourselves, in our minds, and our brain can't handle it. So what it does is it'll storage it in the subconscious, and sometimes it literally never takes it out of there, and puts a coping mechanism in place to deal with the smoke, the vapors coming from that, so that you don't have to actually deal with it. So it can stay hidden, so it doesn't hurt you, because your brain thinks that it's going to die if it processes that. So it's like it leaves it hidden, and it puts mechanisms in place to keep the effects from that thing from causing too much harm. But because most people that struggle with these things don't know, or don't have healthy coping mechanisms, the mechanisms are usually bad and they cause harm, or the coping mechanism is a mental illness. Because most mood disorders are actually coping mechanisms to something in your subconscious. Not all mental illness are, but most mood disorders work that way, especially depression. It's definitely a coping mechanism for something in your subconscious. So your mind has those faulty coping mechanisms in place to protect you, but they don't actually protect you because they're faulty, and also because you're not dealing with the core reason for your anguish. The feeling will always be there, and you can't fix it because you're not addressing the problem. So one of the only actually ways to permanently get rid of those things and those problems and some mental illness too is to go look into the subconscious and fix what's broken there. Not anywhere else, but there. So this is why I created a series of videos that will talk about what is the subconscious, um, and how it is structured itself, and how you can start accessing what's there to see what you actually need to fix, um, so that you can have some relief on your emotional side. So yeah, that's the objective behind the the series that I'll upload to this channel. Truthfully, this is a form of self-therapy, because to me personally, therapy never really went anywhere. Mostly because my therapists, they didn't know what they were doing. They brought a lot of their own emotional problems to this session, and so mine end up not being dealt with. So I end up just doing it myself, and it worked. I managed to get myself out of a major depressive episode more than once, because I have been um, thinking this way and doing these things. Of course, I haven't been able to like fix everything yet, because my current circumstances aren't optimal, but I have eased a lot of emotional pain that I had with this. So even if it doesn't fix everything, it probably won't, because what does fix everything, right? It will really help you on your recovery, and it will really help you to have a different outlook on life and on your own feelings and how you feel and why you're whatever you are. All right, so that's it. The first video of the subconscious series should be up really shortly, or maybe it's already up. So you can check that out, and I'll put up other videos. You guys can also suggest video topics for me to talk about. So that's that. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe below, and comment what you think about this. Alright guys, ciao. I mean